I have a toy poodle, which is a deeply emasculating dog. I wanted like a guard dog.
That's
it's not.
a very pretty dog.
It's so embarrassing. And she wanted to call it Beyonce as well, which I had to shut down.
That does look like you're a very bad ventriloquist.
Yeah. Looks like a pillowcase holder.
Yeah. It's the most ridiculous dog as well. And she keeps referring to it as a rescue dog as well, which it's not. I paid a woman on the internet for it. She's like, no, but the dog rescued me. That's not what rescue dog means. And she calls me its daddy as well, which I can't stand.
I'm like, its daddy?
I'm not its daddy, I'm its master. We will have standards. And because she sees it as a sort of surrogate for us having a kid one day, and she goes, no, you should treat the dog just like you treat our actual child. So I'm straight on Google, are there boarding schools for dogs? And there are kennels. Yeah, there you go. There's a scene in that first episode where I'm stripped down and thrown through a wall, and I'm suspended through a wall with my out during a fight sequence. And I wrote that, and then I had to do it. Although for the first time, it wasn't my arse. They got a body double. This is so awful, okay? They hired this guy. He arrived at set before me. They stripped him down. They looked at him. He was covered in hair, so they then waxed him. Wow. Then I arrived. I got ready. They saw that I am very, very hairy. And without my knowledge, they fired the guy. I was like, no, get him back. I will shave myself to make myself look like the double. Because otherwise, that is the worst morning ever. You're hired, and for an hour, you're taken somewhere, shaved, and then fired. That is a bad morning's work.
And were you waxed or were you shaved?
I was shaved. I don't know why. That is too much detail. I was shaved, manscaped.
Because waxing would be painful.
Yes, and also it's deceptively. I mean, this is far too much detail. Deceptively hairy, though. I look like Rag and Bone Man. It's like I don't know why I said that.
You look like Mr. Tumnus from the waist down.
Mr. Tumnus from the waist down. It's like I'm wearing woolen shorts.
You said you were at home with your girlfriend, so you're not at home with your parents anymore. You've moved out from... When did you leave home? When did you move out from home?
I moved out about 8 months ago, and I'm in a sort of little granny flat.
So on the same plot of land?
I'm quite near my mum, yes.
So does she come around to see you? She helps out at home? Does she...
Yeah, well, she doesn't tell me she's coming around. Like, I'll go into my flat and open the fridge, and she would have filled it up. She does another thing, like, I have a lady to come around and help me clean, because I'm not very good, like, domestically. Yeah. And my mum will not break in, she's not that weird. She has a key, so she'll open the key to the door of my house, and then she'll clean up my flat before the cleaner arrives, so that it's clean before the cleaner gets there, because she's embarrassed that the cleaner would come and find unclean things. So by the time the cleaner arrives, I'll just sit there and have a cup of tea, and we're like, well, there's not much for you to do, let's watch Loose Women.
Is the cleaner worried? Does she bear any resemblance to Linda Bellingham? Does the hand creep over?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We make some dirt.
Jack, what's the deal with...
Sorry, that was horrible. That was horrible. It was unnecessary.
Yeah, but at least she's equipped with the right stuff to make it clean afterwards, I imagine.
Well, I do. Like, I'm quite domestic now. Like, doing things that, I never normally do. Like, I had a friend over for tea. I do that now. Like, because I used to go out to clubs and, drink WKD and then cop off with women by bins. And now I have friends over and we drink herbal teas and watch Eggheads. Wow. So I had a friend over and I gave my friend the tea, and my friend went to put the tea on the table. I put a coaster underneath.
Wow.
The tea. And there was this one time where we had a couple of guys who were up to no good that started making trouble in the neighbourhood.
Some kids, some young folks.
Some youths. Yeah. And these youths were outside and they were loitering with intent. It was like 9 o'clock at night. My dad was already in bed, okay? And they were loitering.
Wow.
He goes to bed very early, and he wears earplugs as well, because my mother snores. So anyway, so they're outside, these youths, and they're loitering, and I wake up my father and I say, there's some youths, they're loitering with intent. And he goes to the window and he spies them, and he sees one of them chuck a cigarette, and it hits one of his hydrangeas. So that is like red rag to a bull. Grabs his dressing gown, puts on the dressing gown, goes down, opens the door, he's like, go on, piss off, get off my lawn. And there's 5 guys there, like scary youths, like with the hoodies and then with like the little bikes. So they're comical and scary, like stabby clowns. And face up, like this guy stands up to him and he's like, shut up, Downton Abbey, at my dad. And I'm like, they're going to kill him. They are going to kill him. This is going to be the end of my dad's life. And then Mother Nature intervenes. Amazing. Big gust of wind. like, billows up through my dad's dressing gown. And because he'd come down so quickly, he hadn't had time to fasten it properly, so it shot open, like that, to expose his naked 74-year-old body, his man-sporran just glistening in the moonlight. And he tried to shut it, but because it was one of those loose sort of silk numbers, it looked like he was just billowing it more to draw it... I've never seen them run so fast.
So that's the best defence right there. He just...
It's such a good defence.
Yeah.
If ever there's any, like, trouble from miscreant youths, get my dad. Like, there's riots last year. The police should have had him up on one of the cars, just there, going like that.
I was in Bolton. I remember it, the Bolton Octagon Theatre, and someone threw a sex doll on stage. Wow. That was also the gig where I was in Bolton, and I got there early, and I was trying to find some lunch in the town centre, and I went up to a man, and I said, "Where's Pret a Manger?" And he went, "I don't speak French."
Well, he has a point. He has a point. It was when twerking first came out, and it was getting annoying. There was
First off, twerking's been out for thousands of years.
Yeah.
My ancestors been twerking, baby,
Wow.
around a fire.
Wow.
They were just around a fire, just twerking.
Yeah. Jack?
Oh, did you like that?
Jack's got the best seat in the house right now. Jack,
crikey is right.
Jack, you're not someone I imagine. You don't seem to have like any sort of ability when it comes to movement, and I wonder. You're quite uptight. You know what I'm saying? You're uptight.
Yes, I can twerk.
Can you twerk?
Yeah, sort of.
He looks like a horse jockey. That's like the horse jockey.
It's like the strangest episode of Mr. Bean ever made. How you doing? You're looking very well.
Yeah, good. I like the new feng shui.
You like this feng shui?
You look better from this angle.
Really?
Yeah, the ball bit's over there.
OK, well, if we're going to start on looks... Here's something
Last time I came on, you hammered me for like 10 minutes about how fat I was.
No.
And since I went on the show last time, I got a personal trainer.
Well, no.
It didn't work out.
Well, no, it did. You're lean as a whippet, but you're one of those people, you've got a skinny body, but you'll always have, like, a fat face. I don't know what it is, but... No, I don't mean this unkindly.
You see what I mean?
No, but in real life, you look much better on TV at home. People are thinking, wow, someone's put a space hopper's head on a normal body. But there's something about your... Is it a baby face? Is it puppy fat? What is going on? Is it your glands?
It's a cherub's face. I have the face of a cherub, and
do.
the ladies dig that shit, so you back off.
I know. I'm envious.
Let's just have a nice show where we're very polite and lovely to each other.
Well, we always are.
You fat.
Well, I can't really...
2 seconds. 2 seconds. Let's start again. Let's have a nice show where we're nice to each other and we're friendly.
Yeah. 2, 3...
You fat.
Okay, go on.
Okay. A mate of mine from he's from Essex boys, and all the other best men were Essex boys as well.
OK, and so did you fit in right there? Because you aren't one considers a kind of an Essex. You're not like oi oi, are you? You know, you're not that kind of oi oi, Larry.
I'm not a chimney sweep. No, I did. I slightly stuck out. I brought a photo along.
Okay.
I didn't quite fit in with the
OK, well, listen,
with the
so
rest
this is
of the,
you at your
with
friend's
the
wedding.
rest of the
Okay.
There we are in the suits, looking pretty sharp.
Yeah, you look better.
But then I noticed there was one thing that I didn't get the memo about, which was the tans.
Oh, yeah, they are all looking like they've been away, and you look... Oh!
I mean, I'm literally... I look like I've been photoshopped in.
Yeah. Well, your head looks like it's been photoshopped onto another body. Your head is
Why
wildly...
is my head so big?
I think you should ask your parents, not me. I don't know. You've upset royalty, I believe, at some... Were you doing a private...
Oh, no, that was awful. Not awful, obviously. It was an honour to be asked to do the Christmas party of Prince Charles. I did Prince Charles's Christmas party.
Oh, now, this is a weird thing. So
It's so weird. Kensington Palace, his staff, and he throws them a Christmas party each year, and he books entertainment each year for his staff, and I was the entertainment that year. It's the weirdest gig ever. I walk out, first thing that's weird, they're sat in the front row, Charles and Camilla, in thrones.
Wow.
Which is like, I mean, we get it, you're royalty, but do you need to be in it? Like, it would be weirder if I'd gone out and they'd been, like, spooning on a beanbag. Yeah. And somewhere in between. And also, don't sit in the front row, because that is your get-out-of-jail-free card as a comic.
You pick on the front row if you want to,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You go, ask them what they do for a living. I can't ask Prince Charles what he does for a living. He is the most famous unemployed man on the planet. And then the worst bit was as I walked off, because no one was applauding. It was the worst review I've ever got. I heard Charles turn to Camilla as I was leaving the stage, and he went, "I think next year we'll try a magician."
Oh, dear. Well, you tried, though. Once again, you tried.
I tried.
You're a tryer.
I tried.
That's what we say about you.
There goes the knighthood.
OK. But haven't you got form with the royal family, though? Because haven't you also upset Prince Harry?
No. No, I don't think I upset him. I was being really nice.
OK.
I was at the Royal Variety Show.
It looks like he's calling security right there.
No. I said to him, I was being nice. I said how brave it was for him to go to Afghanistan.
Well, that's quite a nice thing, I suppose.
A ginger in that heat. That's not offensive. That's a genuine... Is it?
Yeah, a little bit.
I thought I was being really nice. I didn't get an invite to the wedding. It was gutting.
On next week's show, can we start with a magician, maybe?
No, I tried my best, but that joke, admittedly, on the night did go down like a dead corgi.
Well, speaking of...
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Oh, no! I'm so sorry.
what you've done.
That's awful. I'm so sorry.
What you've done now.
I didn't mean to.
And the size of those ears, there's no way he didn't hear that.
It's the Prince Charles of dogs.
Yeah.
No! This is a mistake. I've got one of your question cards.
Do you have a dog?
Earlier.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will use that. I don't see what's funny about that, because that's a good question.
It's a good question.
That's a relatable question.
If anything, the text is even bigger on the actual cards that you have to read from.
Jack, very unkindly, I bumped into
His
station
phone
once,
is
and
unbelievable.
I got a text, and he went, "What's that?" And I went, "It's a text." He went, "Why are the letters so big?"
I was talking to some girls in a pub quite recently, sort of throwing out some anecdotes, trying to be entertaining. It was going quite well. They were quite impressed. This guy came up to me, he tapped me on the shoulder, and he was like, "You know who you look like?" I was like, "Oh, awkward ladies, embarrassing. Muggins has been recognised from the telly." "Sorry, sir, fire away." He's like, "You look like a fat Jack Whitehall." That is not the one to go in on.
That's not good.
And that's not even the worst. The worst one I've ever had, OK? I had a rash in a slightly ominous position, quite high up the leg.
I like this story already.
OK, and it was a scary position to have a rash, so I thought I'd go and get it checked out. Not at my local GP, because he might report back to Mother. I went to a random sort of clinic, as it were. I went into this clinic, the man took down my trousers, took hold of me.
Yes.
Literally, as he took hold of me, he went, "I've just realised who you are." Which is never the time to say that! "Oh, I know these anywhere." And he went, "My daughter's a big fan of yours. You're that George Lamb, aren't you?" And I was about to correct him, and then I thought, if this is something dodgy, I want his daughter thinking George Lamb had it, so I just went with it.
So someone out there thinks George Lamb
thinks George Lamb has a rash.
I didn't realise this until someone spoke to me before I came on the show, that at the beginning of the period, you actually had the coronavirus.
Oh, yeah.
You had it.
I had it really early doors, yeah.
And you didn't sort of, make a big deal about it. I didn't know she
No, I had it, just before Tom Hanks, pre-Tom Hanks, pre-Idris Elba. But that was the problem, is that I had it, and then suddenly Tom Hanks came out and went, "I've got coronavirus." So I was like, I guess I'm staying quiet then.
Yeah.
I needed, a Dean Gaffney or a Jamie Redknapp to have coronavirus, and then I would have been safe coming out and saying, "Oh, I've got coronavirus." Yeah. Be like, "Oh, my God, Jack's got it. It's real now." But when Tom Hanks has come out first, you're not even going to make page 10.
Before lockdown, I know you managed to do another series of travels with my father, didn't you?
Yes.
You've become quite a double act, haven't you? I mean, it's a really... I find it hugely entertaining to watch, but it must be fun to be able to do it with someone, who you've loved since you were a baby. I mean, it must be a nice thing to take him away with you somewhere.
Yeah, no, I think it is nice. And, yeah, it is a kind of double act. I guess I'm probably now the straight man in that double act / carer.
How old is your dad? How old is he
He's
now?
80.
Wow.
He's 80 years old, yeah. And it's so funny as well, because when we first started doing it, he hated it, and that's kind of why the show works, but it was very hard to get him to agree to do anything. I remember, like, the first series, there was a scene where I needed him to take his jacket off because we were going in a kayak, and he was like, I will not be seen on camera in shirt sleeves. And we were like, no, you're going to look ridiculous. You've got to put a life jacket on over. You can't be in a full suit. And it took a whole day. Like, the producers had to talk to him. We had to FaceTime my mum in England. She had to say, it's fine, you can take your jacket off. That's season 1. Series 4, I had him in drag in a gay club in Sydney, dressed as the Queen. In his drag persona, which was Rachel Prejudice.
But you call her Kate, so you did know her at school then? But she was older than you, wasn't she?
She was a lot older than me. Okay. She was a lot older than me.
But so you just admired her from afar?
She was in sixth form. It was never going to happen.
But were you...
I was in a head brace. It was...
Were you popular with the girls at school? Did you have a string of young friends? I didn't mean it that way. What I mean is... Were you because often you mean because you're not a bad-looking guy now, okay, and you make the most of what you got. But I wonder, a lot of the time, comedians, you know, they have to use their sense of humour to get friends, and I wondered if you were one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I was, you know, always trying to be the clown because I thought that would endear me to people, and it was my way of sort of making friends. But no, I wasn't. I moved around quite a lot of schools as well. My dad sent me off to boarding school.
Oh, that's a...
When I was like...
Some people love
8.
that, though. Some guys I know who've been to boarding school, they turn out... And you think, you know, from some of my background, I think that seems like a very cruel thing to do to a child who's 6 or 7 or 8. But a lot of the guys I know who went to boarding school, they wound up loving it. So did you enjoy the experience?
Not when I was 8. No. When I was 8, I wanted to be at home with my mummy. Oh. But eventually it became fun, you know. But I don't know. No, I wish they had kept me at home for a little bit longer.
Because you have...
Why did you send me away, Daddy? I witnessed once a posh fight, which is the funniest thing you have ever... If you ever see a posh fight, it's the best thing ever. It was in this quite rough pub near to where I grew up in Chelsea called the Goose and Labrador. It's very rough. And there was this fight between these two guys, and they were like... It was like 2 rutting stags in red trousers. And I walked past, and the best thing I've ever heard shouted out during a pub fight, because one of his mates, in the poshest voice you ever heard, went, "Go on, Monty! He's dishonoured you!"
Well, vengeance must be had.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Honour must be upheld. Have you ever been in a fight? Obviously, it's not something we encourage, and I'm not asking yourself, but would you...
I'm not really... I'm a lover, not so much a fighter.
A lover?
Yeah, I had one fight. The closest I ever had to a fight is when I was a student in Manchester, and I was in a bar, and I made the fatal error of ordering a Smirnoff Ice, a lovely drink. I ordered it, this guy came up to me, shoved me in the back, and went, "You faggot." And I called his bluff, I kissed him on the lips, he broke my nose.
Wow.
Just grabbed him and probably gave him a kiss.
That's an abusive relationship, and you need to get out of that relationship, OK? Jack does a lot of stuff with his dad. You did a talk show with him, you've done travel shows with him, and you're doing more travel shows with him, I believe.
Yes, I've just been travelling around America with him. I've previously gone to Southeast Asia with him, and I went to Eastern Europe with him. And in America, I was like, oh, it's going to be better because there'll be no language barrier. That'll make it easier to travel. And then I've realised that with someone like my dad, he's actually better behind a language barrier because when people can understand what he says, that is way more stressful. You want to take him to places where they have no English whatsoever, and it's so much easier. In America, he's so rude to everyone.
But he looks quite friendly. He looks like a sweet old turtle or something.
No, he doesn't. He can't smile. Even when he smiles, it looks like he's farted and followed through. Yeah. So he doesn't like smiling and friendliness. He's a grumpy guy. There's nothing wrong with that. I took him to a shop in America. We went in there, and there was a man who was just being nice, because when you go into shops in America, people are nice. And he came up to me, he was like, "Hey, buddy, how's your day going?" And my dad went, "I'm here to buy a shirt, not make a friend."
But he obviously, you know what I find sweet about this? Because obviously he knows what he's getting himself into, and he said he must really love having the chance to spend this much time with you.
Yeah, he loves it, and also, we spend all that time together, and he was very reluctant, like he never wanted to do it, and he never wanted to really be on TV or be in the public eye at all. I feel so happy when I see people go up and appreciate him, and they really do, and he's the star of it. I'm just the straight man. Actually, I'm not even just the straight man. I overheard in a hotel in America, someone had walked past my dad, and said, "Oh, that's the guy from the show." And his friend, another American friend, had no idea what our show was, so he was trying to explain our show to his American friend. "It's about this esteemed English actor from the 1950s who travels around the world with his doofus son." Great, that's what
But you know, I suspect you
son.
wouldn't have it any other way, really.
No,
You'd let him
no,
to get the
not
place.
at all.
I hadn't realised that you had an artistic side. I saw you on Would I Lie to You, and they revealed this artistic side, and I want to share this as well, because there's an extraordinary story. This is a painting Jack did when he was young, and this is a good painting. It's a painting of a cat. Have a look at this. That's a good piece of art.
Even that has a big head.
Yeah. But that was a portrait of whose cat was that?
I did portraits when I was younger, and of people mainly, but I was commissioned to paint... I was commissioned to paint a portrait of Giles Brandreth's wife's pussy.
Wow.
And this is the painting that I produced for the Brandreths.
And how old were you then? 20, 21? How old were you?
I'm not 21, I was... maybe like 16, 17.
OK, well, that's still weird.
I don't do it now.
Well, no, I was going to ask you if you do one of my cats.
I'm not doing one of your cats.
Well,
I stopped doing the portrait.
Something to fall back on.
It's something to fall back on. I can paint people's cats. It's a part of my life that I don't really...
I'm sorry.
But I was very artistically inclined when I was a younger man.
Yeah.
I posed for a picture once as well.
Oh, wow.
When I was at school, my friend, we both did art, and he really wanted to do a drawing of his girlfriend naked, like in, Titanic. But he figured he would only be allowed to do a drawing of his girlfriend naked if he also did a drawing of a bloke naked as well, so it looked like a legitimate art project.
I see. So he was using you to get access.
He was using me to see her naked. It sounds creepier now. He asked me if I would pose for him, and stupidly I was like, OK, yes.
OK.
Because he was my mate. And so we went to the art block on a Saturday afternoon, and...
Honey, where is this going? Where are you going with this story? What happened in the art block?
And I stripped off and got on the table, and he drew me. And then the teacher came, and he hadn't got permission from the head of art. So the teacher walked in and found us there, him sketching me and me stood like, what the hell is going on?
Wow.
And he explained, and the guy was like, there's absolutely no way you're drawing the girl. And I was like, no, he has to draw the girl, otherwise he's just drawn me. He never drew the girl, so there was just his drawing of me.
Which we have. We found the drawing.
My mother has it.
We got it from your mum because we asked for the cat of Giles Brandreth.
Shut up!
No, and she said...
No, she didn't!
You can have this one as well.
No!
Yes.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it for, 10 years.
Well, you're in for a treat then. Would you like to see it, ladies and
No,
gentlemen?
no.
Here it is, here it is. Look at that. Pretty good. Pretty good.
I forgot that I couldn't... It's the fact that I'm turned away because I can't even look at him because of the shame. At least my head's in proportion.
Yeah, well, it's further away than the rest of your body, that's why. It probably was. Maybe that's why he made you sit that way, so he could get it all on the piece of paper. Maybe that's why.
I can't even... Everywhere I look, it's...
Well, you're bearing in mind what you've been through, you're fairly stable. You've come out of all these experiences quite well.
I was in the hotel bar, I was having a drink, and I was talking to this guy, like big, stocky, athletic chap, and I asked him what his line of business was, and he was like, I play basketball. And I was like, oh, which team are you with? And he went, the US men's basketball team. Wow. And he was with the US men's basketball team. They were all staying in the same hotel. They were there, they were drinking in the bar. And then this guy came over, who I recognised to be LeBron James, who's like the highest paid sportsman in the world, the coolest guy I've ever seen. He walks over, and I'm talking to his mate. He's like, hey, I'm LJ. I was like, JW, nice to meet you. And he goes, we were in Manchester for a couple of days. We were wondering if you know anywhere to go out. I was like, oh my God, I was a student here. Yes, I do know places to go out. There's a really good bar that does 2 Jaeger bombs for $5.
I was like, I can definitely get us in because I know the doorman. And we went. It was me, all of the US men's basketball team, and me. We walked off down the street. People were stopping their cars, screeching to a halt to come up and have photographs with them. We got to the bar. They all went in, and just as they were filtering into the bar, the doorman pulled the rope over in front of me. I was like, no, you can't do this. You've literally stopped what could potentially be the best night of my entire life by not letting me in. You can't do this to me, mate. And he was like, I'm really sorry. And then I heard this voice. It was LeBron James. He turned around from the front. He went, hey, the white guy's with us.
I had a situation recently, though, with a show where, I mean, we talk about someone getting thrown on stage, and this genuinely happened at a show. A couple got thrown out for having sex.
Wow.
I was playing the London Palladium, which is not where you expect that to happen. The London Palladium, the home of Cats and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Iggy's perked up.
Oh my God, it wasn't you. No. They were chucked out for having sex
you couldn't...
during the show.
So, and this is the show you did with your father?
Yes, and who gets turned on by that? I mean, this is the worst heckle I've ever got.
Yeah. You've been making movies as well, of course. There's the big one coming out next year, which is Jungle Cruise. You're in that with Dwayne Johnson, a.k.a. The Rock, ladies and gentlemen. Emily Blunt, that's going to be a big one. And what's the other one? The one about a dog, Clifford, the dog?
Clifford the big red dog.
And I imagine you play a kind of posh British guy.
No, I play American.
You're playing American?
Yeah, I'm playing American.
I didn't know you were doing the American accent now.
Yeah, doing an American accent.
Any good?
We'll see.
I think now will be the perfect opportunity for
Jonathan.
come on. Watch me. Let's do it.
What do you want me to say?
Now imagine you're cross with the dog.
Yeah.
What do you say to the dog as an angry American?
Okay. Hey, Clifford, put down that slipper and get outside right now.
No, in the American accent.
Shut up!
In the American accent, not in your own accent. That wasn't bad, actually.
It surprised me how good it came out.
That was pretty good.
I've just been trying my Geordie accent on our friend Sam Fender, who will be performing later.
Well, let's
and
hear...
it went better than that.
Let's hear a bit of your Geordie accent.
No.
Okay.
Why have I said that?
Yeah.
And now I have to do my Geordie accent.
Away, pet.
How we pet, and again I'll go on the tour. Sam, I'm so
Sam,
sorry.
it's horrible,
I'm
isn't it?
so sorry.
It was fucking awful.
I don't know what he said.
No, he's...
okay, so...
He puts that on as well.
Yeah,
He's actually from Putney.
So let's bring out Sasha. This is Sasha the flute, the famous flute. And it's kind of like, let me hand you Sasha.
You know, Sasha, she gonna post this on her Instagram because she's a cocky little.
Okay. She's getting a bit big for her boots.
Yeah.
Okay. And flute playing, it's hard. It's not something you can just pick up because we had some.
Which end do you use?
That's what she said. I heard about your hairy bits.
Very hairy, very hairy.
Not anymore.
Wait, so you have a flute? Let me see. Wait, or y'all should both play.
Also, I've got this for Jack. I think this might be more your speed. I think that might be more
This is
manageable.
what I played in 4th grade.
Oh. Can you play that, Jack?
I used to play the recorder. I was a recautist.
Okay, guys. All right, flutes up, everybody.
Flutes up.
Oh, no.
And then, you know what? If you hold nothing, you're
No
still
one saw
playing
that.
C sharp. So. That's awful.
The dog just came.
But Dylan the villain, y'all. Okay. Oh, that's terrible.
How do you
You gotta
blow
be
it?
gentle. You gotta push your lips together and blow. You got it? Okay, you guys. All right, y'all ready to play? All right, you ready?
Mate, this is broken.
That's what they all say.
How
All
do
right,
you
come
blow?
on, try
You
it
blow
again.
over the top of it.
You just have to
I played that bit.
You got that?
Hey, but so you, like, I can't even get a noise out of mine.
Really?
I mean,
Wait, I need
no,
to,
don't do that.
I need to clean it out of all the spit.
No.
Okay, good. Would you play us a little something? What could you play us a little demonstration? Wow,
I don't know. That's not
beautiful. That's beautiful. Lisa, that's amazing.
I'm normally way better. I'm kind of nervous.
Oh, don't be,
All right,
don't be.
I'm gonna give you a little.
That's it. That's making classical music fun again. Jack, and your answer to that, let's see a bit of Jack action with that recorder. Come on, stand up. Let's see. We know you got it in you. Come on. You pulled something as well. You managed to pull something sitting down
No,
there.
I'm not gonna lie, I hurt my leg.
Wow.
Cheers.
Cheers. Wow. That's amazing. Do you want to put Sasha back on her stand?
Okay.
So you're in London. You've come over to do the show.
Yes, just one day. I'm here one day for
so
you.
just one day. And do you go out tonight? Do you paint the town red when you come to a new city?
Yeah, London, I always just turn into like a party mode when I come here. I'm always single when I'm in London.
Wow.
I always become single when I'm in...
So you're not single right now elsewhere?
I mean, only in London, maybe. It's the accent.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I forget my marital status. Ring off. Talking to you. Harry.
Yeah.